Hello guys, welcome back to the CodeMate. Today's problem is insert delete get random in of1. If you are new to the channel, please do subscribe. We solve a lot of competitive problem. Now let's start with the problem. So what problem says is design a data structure that supports all the following operations in average of one time. So what operations given is insert some value, insert an item value to set if it is not present, removes an item val from the set if present, and get random returns a random element from the current set of elements. Each element must have the same probability of being returned. Okay, so this is what the three operations we need to implement, and we need to use some underlying data structure, and that should return in a constant time complexity. Okay, so here the given example is this is the class we have. We need to write down methods of it. So insert one, then we have, when we call insert one, as it is not present, so we will return true, and then we call a return remove 2, as we only have one element, that is 1, so this one will return false because remove 2 is element itself is not there. And then we inserted the 2, so at that time as 2 was not present, so we have a return true. And then we call get random. So get random, it says like it can return any of the element 1 or 2. And then we call get remove 1. So remove 1 from the set as it was present, so we return a true. And then we have inserted 2 one more time. So in that case also 2 was already present, so we have returned false. And then random set dot get random. So at that time we will return 2 because we have only one element in the given set. Okay, so main requirement for this problem is we need to return insert, remove and get random any of this operation in a constant time. So we need to select collections or data structure in such a way that these three operations can get executed in a constant time. All right, now let's understand with the example. All right, now let's do a trade-off between some of the data structure we have. So let's say first we will take array list as our underlying data structure. Okay, so let's say we have take array list. Okay, so in the case of array list, insert is it is going to be in of1. Okay, but delete, as we know, if the element is present, so we need to shift all the next elements to the whatever the current element we are deleting to the one position where we have deleted. So in a worst case it is going to be of(n). Okay, and get a random number, we can get it, we can use a random function and generate a random index, and from the random index we can return that number. Okay, so it will take of(1). all right, now the second, here with the array list we have disadvantage with the delete. So in which data structure we can get a of(1) delete operation. So one we know is a linked list. Okay, with the linked list we have insert, it will again going to take of(1), and delete also it is going to be of(1), and random we need to iterate over through the different index as we have generated index, and then we will iterate, so it is sometime it may go till of(n) also. Okay, now while inserting also we have one clause, we need to check whether that number is present or not. So in a linked list, your insert, if you want to check whether element is present or not, so in that case it is again going to be of(n), and here also it is going to be of(n). Okay, if it is not present, then only we need to add. All right, so the one thing we here comes to in our mind is every time we need to do a lookup, okay, of that element whether it is present or not. So in which data structure we know that lookup is very fast, or it will give result in of(1). So data structure which supports hashing can be used to that. So it can be a hash set, or it can be a map, hash map. Okay, which gives a of(1) lookup while you are inserting those data. Okay, now we only need to worry about a delete portion. Okay, because delete it is taking a of n over here in the array list. Linked list it is taking of 1, but again get random is taking a more in the linked list. So let's say we selected array list for our final implementation. Okay, so our insert is, we are good, get random is good. How to do a delete operation in of 1? Because if you see in the array list, let's say we have numbers in this way. Let me write it down. Okay, so here let's say these are the numbers we have. Okay, now let's say if we want to delete number 2. All right, so in that case we have this memory now available, so all this next elements will move one location to the left hand side. So this movement operation is a costly. Sometimes it cost of n if you are deleting the first element itself. Okay, so how to avoid or how to reduce this cost of deletion? Okay, so one thing we can do is, we know that number 2 is what we want to delete, but we don't know what is the position of that number. Okay, so first thing we would like to get is what is the index of that number. Okay, and then we also know that instead of deleting and transferring all the elements from right to left one node, we can do this way. Just swap this with the last element only. All right, and then delete this number only, remove that number only. So we do not have anything at the end, so we do not need to shift anything. So ultimately it is going to be of 1 operation, but for that we need to know what is the location of this 2, or what is the index of that number. Okay, so one thing we can do is, we are already using our hashing for the lookup. Okay, so instead of only lookup, we can use a map. Let's say map, and where we can store a number in a key and the index at which that present in the your array list. Okay, so in this case, let's say here our map will look like 1 0 2 1 3 2 and 4 3. Now let's say if we want to delete this number 2. Okay, so we would like to delete it from here. What we will do is, we will get a 2 from the map, so it will be of 1 operation. Okay, and that will give me the index where my 2 is present. All right, and I will get the last element because I want to swap with that. Okay, so what I'll do is, I can get the last element 4. Okay, I will move or swap that with the 2 here, 4 and 1. Same I will swap in the array list also. Okay, and then I will delete this node. All right, and same way I will remove this node also, delete this entry from the map. Okay, so this all operations are of constant time. So what we are doing here is, we are just swapping the numbers which we want to delete with the last number from the array list, and then delete the last number from array list and hash map. So our map here is doing 2 works. One is a lookup for your insert, whether if it is present in the hash map, that means that element is already present in the our data structure, so we do not want to insert. In that case, return a false. In the delete case, it gives us a benefit of where that number present in the array list. Okay, so that way our both the operation is going to be of 1 with using a hash map. And same way, get random is going to be, you can generate a random index, and you can get from here to here, you will get and return the, you will get the index, and then you will return the number from that array list. So that's how we can get it. Now let's go through the code and execute it. All right, now let's understand the code. So here first we have defined 2 data structure. One is array list, to hold the numbers, and then we have define a locations which will give the index of where the number is present, and then we took a random object from the Java util to generate the random index. All right. So what we will do is, in the constructor we will initialize both the array list and hash map. Now let's understand first the insert method. So what insert says is, if the number is already present, return false, else add that number and return true. So first we will check in a hash map, we'll do a lookup of that value whether it contains or not. If it contains, return false, we do not need to add it again, and then return from here itself. If it is not present, then in the locations map first just add that value, and we will add the position also. So what number dot size will give us is, it gives the current position of that element that we are inserting, and then we are inserting that number to that number array. So what it says is, because as our array list will be starting from 0 index, so first we will assign an index and then we will add that number and return a true from there. Okay, so that's the implementation of insert method. All right, now how the remove works over here is, so we have a value as given in the input. So what we will do is, first we will check in the hash map whether that is present or not. If it is not present, straight away we will return a false. Now let's say if it is present, then what we will do is, we will take a index of that value, because we ultimately would like to swap that with the last element of the array list. All right, so we'll take a location of that element. Now let's say if the location of that element is not a last element itself, so in that case only we would like to swap, otherwise there is a no use. Okay, so let's say if it is not that, then what we will do is, we will first take the last element from the array list. Okay, and then we will set that last element to the current location position. So that is whatever the number we are removing, we will replace that index with the last element value. Okay, and then we will also update the last elements, whatever the last elements, we will also update its index. So previously the index of that element is a numbers dot size -1, but as it moves to the new location, so we need to change that location also. And then we will next is, we will remove that value from the hash map, as well as we will remove the last entry from the array list, and then we will return a true. So that's how our remove method works. For the random, we would like to generate a random index, so that we will return the number from our array list. So to generate a random index, what we can do is, we can use a random from java.util and call a next.int. Okay, and then we can give a range also from 0 to size of that. So whatever the index it will generate, it will be in the same range from, let's say, 0 to 3, then it is going to be generate all the indexes in between that range only. So that way we will return a random number from that. Now let's compile this code. Okay, it got compiled. Now let's submit it. Yeah, it got accepted. So that's it in this video. Hope you like it. If you have any different solution, please write it down in the comment. See you in the next video. Till the time, bye bye.